This is your one and only 𝐈𝙪𝙩𝙧𝙤 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome back to some more weekend magic. Okay, so this week we are taking a look at a Golgari Explore deck, well, with a splash of blue, just a tiniest splash of blue for 𝙊𝙪𝙩𝙧𝙤, because this card is insane combined with all the other Golgari goodness we got going on here. So we're going to start off here with 2 Gaia's Blessings. Now, this just prevents you from being milled. That's why I have it in here. There are a ton of mill decks going on right now, and I hate them. And this eventually just completely negates their win condition, because you just wait around till this gets milled, and then it shuffles your entire graveyard back into your library, and then they realize what's happening and they quit. So that's why that's in here. Plus, it's a good little card draw mechanic if you do manage to draw it, and if you do draw both of them, you can use it to shuffle the other one back into your deck. Then we have 4 of the Merfolk Branch Walkers. Then we have 2 Wild Growth Walkers, 2 Find and Finalities, 2 Jadelight Rangers, 4 Journey to Eternities. I just have 4 in there because I want to make sure I draw it, because it's our main way to get our creatures back onto the graveyard. Well, them in 𝙊𝙪𝙩𝙧𝙤 here, but the chances of drawing him are much slimmer, and I don't have 4 of him because I'm not wasting the mythic rares on him, or mythic rare wild cards. Anyway, let's continue on here. So we got 4 of the Journey to Eternities. We have 3 Lurking Chupacabra, and we'll come back to this one in a second. We have 4 Ravenous Chupacabra, 4 Golgari Find Brokers, 2 Vraska's, the Golgari Queen, and 3 of the Eldest Reborn, 2 Vivian Reeds, and then, of course, 2 of the 𝙊𝙪𝙩𝙧𝙤s. Then we have 1 Island, 7 Swamps, 6 Forests, 2 Watery Graves, 2 Undergrown Tomb, 2 Woodland Cemetery, 1 Hinterland Harbor, and 3 Evolving Wilds. Now, the great thing about the Evolving Wilds is once you get this bad boy on the playfield, you can essentially use these to search your library and just filter all of the land out of your library slowly every turn. You can just keep putting it down, searching, grabbing land, putting it down, and just rinse and repeat. So it's a super handy combo. Now, we are running 4 Planeswalkers total, 2 of the Vraska and 2 of the Vivian Reed. Now, I know that's expensive for some people. I know it is. I got this one for being in the beta, so I had that one. I used a wild card on this one, and last night I used 2 wild cards on this one. People talk about Teferi being OP. This lady right here is so incredibly OP. She's incredibly difficult to get to, because if they don't have enough creatures on the board, they just one-up her and they're going to draw creatures. And if you have low casting cross creatures, you're going to be able to just flood the board with creatures. I've played against her many times, and she is so hard to get to once they put her on the field. If they even have the slightest bit of upper hand as far as creatures go on the board, you're never ever going to get to her. She's really good in this deck for that reason. She's also good in this deck because she helps you deal with flyers, artifacts, and enchantments. So that's a big weakness to this deck, is flyers. If you go against a straight flyer deck, you're probably going to lose. Other than that, I haven't had too many problems with other decks. Izzet is a little bit of a pain in the butt, but you got like a 50-50 chance of beating an Izzet deck. But flyers are a complete and total pain for this deck, so this really helps out. That combined with the Chupacabra to take them out, that's about your only real way to get rid of them. If you run into a Phoenix, they're extremely difficult for this deck to get rid of. The Rekindling Phoenix, that is. Some of the other Phoenixes aren't too bad. I said we were going to come back to this. I want to talk about this real quick. This guy isn't ideal for this deck. I'm not sure what to put in place of him. I just kind of got him in here as a placeholder for now. So if you don't have him and you've got something else, especially something else with Explore, for example, the Seeker Squire would be really good. Or if you have 2 more of the Wild Growth Walkers and maybe another Gaia's Blessing, whatever. If you don't have this guy, just replace with some more of some cards that are already in here. Maybe 2 more Wild Growth Walkers and another Jadelight wouldn't be bad, or 2 of these. And I I don't like putting a lot of like one cards in there. So like I only have one of this one, so I'm not going to use it. You know what I mean? So I don't really like doing that. I prefer at least 2 or more of a card. It just increases your chance of actually getting that card. I feel like putting one in there is kind of pointless. So anything like that that's just going to up the explore factor a little bit makes this deck that much faster, because it doesn't really hurt you to put things into the graveyard, because they're most definitely going to come back. We've got plenty of ways to return stuff to the graveyard. We can use the Find Broker to bring stuff back. We can use 𝐊𝙪𝙩𝙧𝙤 Reborn to bring stuff back. If you manage to get a Journey to Eternity to flip, well, GG there. And once you get this guy, your graveyard just becomes completely accessible for all the stuff. So it's super, super handy, and it doesn't really matter if you throw the stuff in there to get to the land that you need, and then you can resurrect it later. Okay, so I'm gonna stop running my mouth now. Let's jump into a game here. So this hand here isn't ideal. I'm actually going to mulligan this. I prefer to have some type of explore right from the get-go. That's not great either, but I don't want to keep mulliganing. We at least got this guy, so we're going to keep that. And I'm actually, yeah, you know what? Let's just keep that as well. So we'll start off with this. We can go grab a forest. We don't need an island because we have this to be able to cast this guy. The downside is we're not drawing any early game creatures, which could hurt us really bad here very quickly, which happens from time to time. That's why I suggest maybe replacing this guy with something that you can get out much earlier. Yeah, we're getting terrible draws. Terrible draws. Like, what is this? Okay, it looks like our opponent may be mana screwed, so that may play out okay for us. Oh, well, he's got enough mana to cast those, so that's great. And then, yeah, we're just, well, at least we can get this guy out on the board, so then when we do get some explore, we can start taking out some of his creatures. That may hold him back a little bit. And we draw, let's see here, we need one more land and we can get this guy out, but there's really nothing. Then we can use this to start pulling all the land out of our library as a possibility. All right, so what he wants to do is he wants to kill this. So what we're going to do is we're going to block that. He thinks I'm going to block this one. He's got a combat trick. He's got to have a combat trick. Yep. Well, looks like we have another one, so that's fine. Yeah, we are getting the worst draws right now. Oh, look, haste. Yep, I'm gonna block it. I really don't have much of a choice. Oh, there we go. That's actually really handy for us. Awesome. Beautiful. Well, this may have just turned to our favor, provided he can't get rid of it. Okay, so let's see what he does here. He's tapped out, so he can't have a combat trick. Is he going to attack? Bella, you gonna go? Okay, there we go. And so here's what I was talking about. So we can just do this now every single turn and start filtering all that land out of our library. And then what we're going to do, 𝐊𝙪𝙪𝙧𝙬 Reborn really doesn't make much sense. We don't really need a Journey to Eternity yet, so we're just going to do that, and then we're going to pass the turn. But this guy had, oh no, he only has Trample. For some reason I was thinking he had Menace. Oh nice, 2 of them. And we got, yeah, we're getting just completely screwed on the draw this game. If we can get a Vivian Reed, it might not be too terrible for us. And you know what? We'll go ahead and just secure him. And that way he has to kill him twice. And then we'll pass the turn. Wow. Okay. This is looking like a rough go. He's going to build up the board and then attack with everything. Yeah, there we go. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. Give me some more creatures. For the love of all that is good. Yeah, give me that. And then we'll cast a land. It sucks that it's tapped and we can't cast this guy right now, but yeah, he's gonna have to go after her. So what's he holding? Is he holding a bunch of shocks or something? Or just more creatures? He's gotta have a big dragon in there or something. Yo, there we go. There we go. That's a big boy. And now he's going to attack with everything. Yeah, we may have just lost this one. Question is he going to attack me or is he going to go after Vivian? That does to Planeswalker, right? Yeah, I'm surprised he hit me with the 3 instead of her. And he's not going to attack. That does not have trample. This does. So I'm actually going to get rid of one of these. And then we're going to cast our land, continue to get all that crap out of our library. And cast creature. Just so we have blockers, we'll up Vivian. Yeah, that's what we want there. I could have took the other Choop, but I want to try to filter as much land out as possible, so I'm only drawing non-land stuff at this point. Oof. Yep, we're gonna have to down Vivian. Oh, that has haste too. We might not be able to if he attacks her. He's going straight for my face. Yep. 4, 5, 6. We're taking 6. Then he's probably got 2 lightning strikes. That might be GG. Oh, great. Well, we drew that, so we don't have to do that. We can get rid of that. We can continue to pull a land from our library. We need that Wild Growth Walker really badly. Let's see if we can find it. Yes. Sweet. At least we can get a little bit of health back. Yes, put that there. And we can get rid of one of his creatures. Let's get rid of that guy. And let's get rid of one. Oh, let's get rid of that guy. That actually worked out really, really well for us. Really, really well. And you know what? At that point, let's attack. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's see if he takes the 2 or if he blocks. He's going to block and kill it. That was not what you want to do, because next turn I can cast that from the graveyard. He can't pull off not. Oh. So, we can get rid of her with Vivian, but that means I can't make all of my creatures trample and indestructible. But that's fine. That may not be the best option anyway. Let's block that and that. Or actually, we don't even have, we can do that. What we can do cast creature, cast Choop. Kill that. I think we got this guy shut down at this point. I'm pretty sure. We were off to a very rocky start, but I think we got this. So, yep. Filter out that land. Go ahead and do that and do that. That's going to explore. That's going to let us take out some more creatures. Get rid of that guy there. And we will get rid of that guy there. We'll gain some more life. Now we're back up to 12. Now we'll do this and make him sacrifice a creature. Then we'll grab the big dragon, Lothless, out of there to protect us in the sky. Yeah, I think we got this. Now, the thing with this is I could down Vivian Reed, but I don't know if making them indestructible prevents you from doing any type of sacrificing with Vraska and opponent quits because they know they lost. Because it comes to a point where, like, you get Vraska out and you can, for example, sacrifice your own Choop and then bring your Choop back and destroy creatures with it. I think it's opponent targets, anything the opponent does makes them. I don't know. I gotta look into that a little more. But you do have that option. It's one of the win conditions. If you're not worried about that kind of stuff, you can just make your creatures indestructible and then just go ham. But we didn't need to do that. Opponent realized that we had them and they quit. All right, so we're gonna play one more here. Okay, this is a little bit better of a starting hand. This is much more what you wanna see because we can play this guy, then we can play this. He'll probably get nuked right from the get-go. They usually do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop this down. We're gonna go hunt for another forest. Because if we eventually need an island, because we have drawn Modrotha and we cannot cast him, we can use the Find Broker to bring this back to go fetch that. So then we're going to drop that and that. He's probably going to get nuked because we're going against 𝐈𝑥. This may be a rough matchup, and it may also be a relatively short game. Now we can cast the Jade Light and explore twice. Having 2 more of these would be really good. I don't know if I want to waste the wild cards. Oh yes, definitely put that on the library. Okay, so now he's going to be much difficult for them to deal with. We're going to swing in, go ahead and start hitting them as hard as we can because it's 𝐈𝑥 and we need to. So we're looking off to a really good start here. We just need to draw a little bit more land. Hopefully we can we'll draw her next turn. We can cast this. Hopefully we can draw into some more land. Oh, wow. Okay, Fight with Fire. I forgot about Fight with Fire. You don't see that card very often, but that's fine. He served his purpose, got us some life, did the job. Yeah, might as well leave it up there. Okay, we're going to swing in for 4. We need land and removal pretty freaking fast because they're going to have drakes, all kinds of stuff in the sky, some wee dragon knots probably. They can't cast Niv yet. They probably got a Niv Mizzet in there. They need 2 more lands. That's an interesting card you don't see very often. All right, come on. Give me land. No, we're going to graveyard that. And we are going to swing in with both of these. We're going to lose one, but it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. I want them to take the damage. We need to keep them on the defensive as much as possible. We're getting completely land screwed here, which just sucks terribly. And they got 1 more turn. They'll play an island, and they probably have a Niv Mizzet in their hand. And then that's going to be GG, because I don't have any way to get rid of him right now, and we don't have the land for it. Okay, we got a Mystic Archaeologist for some card draw. Now he's going to shock one of these. Looking at him. Yep, you going to shock one? No? Maybe? Oh, return it to my hand. That's even better. Thank you. Nice. We're going to give the opponent a nice on that one. Oh, we drew into a Choop. That's awesome. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Come on, come on. Big money, big money, big money. Give me some land. Opponent's definitely holding a shock. Yeah, go ahead and kill that one. That's fine. I don't really care. I just want land in my life. Sweet. That is what we needed. That is definitely what we needed. We'll let that enter tapped. That's perfectly fine. Now we can kill something because they're going to drop a biggie here in a second. Are you going to drop a big old Niv Mizzet? Where's he at? Where's old Niv at? I know you got him in your hand. I don't see any white, so you're not a Teferi deck. You're definitely full, 𝐈𝑥? Oh, drawing for him. Searching that library. So now we're in a really good position because if we get 1 more land, we can cast... That's funny. We can cast Vivien here and start hunting for more land and more creatures. We got the Chupacabra. We just drew into another one, so I'm actually going to use this one to get rid of his card draw capabilities there. And then if he plays Niv, I have this one as well so that we can use for Niv. So that worked out pretty well. I would have much rather had another land, but you know, that'll work. Oh, that's not a good card to see. You know, the question is, do we take that out or do we hold on and see what happens? Oh my God, seriously, you're killing me here. You're killing me. Let's Find Broker. And we're going to grab back the Jade Light. And then we're going to swing in for 2 and see if he blocks. He or she. No? Great. That's awesome. I love having you down to 8 life. Okay, they're counting up the mana. They're going to cast something big. They're going to be... Really? That's not what I expected at all. What is this deck doing? What is this deck doing? I'm so confused by this deck. It's an 𝐈𝑥 deck. You would almost assume there to be Drakes and Niv Mizzet. All right, they grabbed out the River's Rebuke, which is actually pretty good for us. I don't mind recasting all of these spells and killing your creatures. Yeah, go ahead and kill that guy. I don't really care. Swing it in for 2. So we're back down to 20. Okay, that's actually not terrible for us here. So that allows us to... Actually, I should have waited and see if I drew a land that's not tapped, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and I want to make sure we get another land out. So let's go ahead and grab a swamp and we will play Jade Light. And we're going to leave that on the library because I don't want to shuffle my graveyard back into my library. I want to draw that card. So now we're going to... Do I want to attack? No, actually, we're going... Yeah, I'm going to attack. I'm going to force them to block. They're going to have to block with this. I don't think they're going to take 2. Yeah. That was a smart play there. And I think we have them. They have the rivers. Why are you casting that now? That makes no sense to me. So you can hit me for 2? Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play Jade Light. Because we're in a pretty good position right now. We're going to library that twice. Then we're going to play this. And cast it on ourselves. And we're not going to return anything. If you don't want to return anything, you just... actually, we don't have one of these in the graveyard already, do we? You always want to make sure you keep one of these in your library. We do not. So we're good there. So we're just going to end the search. And then we'll just get the card draw. Okay. So that worked out really good. We're probably going to take another 2. You'll probably got a lightning strike. I think opponent knows they've lost. Yeah, now we're going to take 2, but that's fine because we're going to play Chupacabra, shut this guy down. We have to be really careful. We're heading down to like quick burn to the face, death territory. Okay, what we could do instead, actually, let's do this. Let's play this instead. And force them to just sacrifice the Gutter Snipe. Hopefully they don't draw anything with haste. Is there anything we want to pull out of here? No, they drew a land. That's great. I don't really think there's anything out of their graveyard that I want. They haven't cast anything big. Yep, we're getting really close to scary territory here. So now they can't discard, which is fine. So what we're going to do is cast Vivian. Give her the old 1-up. And yes. Oh, actually, that was a misplay on my part because I already have one. I need to grab an island. Oops. It happens. Oh, hey, great. That's awesome. Yeah, so we're going to... Is there anything? Search for instant or sorcery. No. Well, opponent just quits. Okay, well, that's fine. That works for me. But, okay, so there you go. I mean, that's this week's deck. Works most of the time. Like I said, it does have its downfalls. It's weak to flyers. You gotta always be on your toes when you're going against a flyer deck. But link for it will be in the description below. That's gonna wrap it up for this episode. If you like what you saw, consider hitting that sub button. I'm gonna give a big thank you to my patrons for making this episode possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to join my elite crew of Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.